They're taking all that dirt and they're gonna fill in that ditch. Ooh, excuse me. Are you wearing high karate aftershave? Because I usually sneeze at that stuff. All kinds of fun stuff going on out here at FLAIR'S. It went all the way through, and then luckily when I got meat of that thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, hey, welcome back. Today is gonna be a little bit of a surprise for me and you. All I know for today is what I have to do is I have a meeting this afternoon on that remodel job that we're doing, the music room, theater room. I've told you a little bit about it. But in the meantime, I've showed up at my job site. I can see Eugenio's working, but around the corner, you guys are wondering why I have FLAIR'S deer blind. Well, he wanted it out of his yard temporarily, and since we're neighbors, he's let me park it here, and I'm using it for a job site trailer. Check this out. My boys Nate and Max, they keep all their tools in here because there's no place to secure anything up, so it works out really nice. We got a cooler full of water, places to plug stuff in. Thank God it hasn't rained, but when it does, these guys hang out in here, and this is where Eugenio eats some of his eggs. So let's go see what Eugenio's up to. Hey, Eugenio! Hola. I'm coming to see you. Gracias. You got any eggs? Nothing. No, not yet. Let's go raid the chicken house. But it's Monday, so we'll have to be really quiet because Tuesday, Thursdays is Eugenio's egg day. All right, we had some leftover drywall from the job, and this is that soundboard. I'm gonna meet with the drywall because today, believe it or not, we passed all of our inspections. Took me like 3 tries. Inside, they're hanging the drywall, but I want this to go in very specific areas because look at this. It's like 2 layers of drywall with steel, metal in between. That's a perfect sound barrier. So I'm gonna put it on the ceilings of all of the bedrooms. So when you transfer the sound down, hopefully it doesn't do that. I need to tell these guys where it goes because it's super heavy and they don't like to carry this stuff around. So I'm gonna give you an update on the inside. So just so all you drywallers know this, but when you start hanging drywall, you start with the ceilings first. Right inside the door, these guys have already started on the kitchen ceiling. Let's come on and see. I can stay out of the way. Here, we can cut through. Actually, hi guys, got to come through real quick. Hola. Any questions? No. No? My boss there. Oh, the stairs there? Oh, okay, because I have that other drywall outside in the trailer.
Yeah, the special driver.
Yeah, I was going to, the ceilings is where that's where they need to go.
Oh, for the ceilings?
Yeah, yeah.
You talk to my boss.
Yeah, that ceiling and that ceiling. Well, this ceiling here was your boss upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, how do you get? And then that was supposed to be that ceiling too. That's why I marked it.
That one too?
Well,
the bigger?
Well, ideally the walls is. I was hoping.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I need the walls.
These rooms.
Yeah, all that ceiling there and that ceiling. These guys go so fast. That's why I should have got here a little earlier.
Le hablan, Chito. Vale, voy a quitar esta.
Nobody's on it.
Nice guy.
Okay, good. Okay. Right. Is it okay? His name?
Troy.
Troy. You're Troy. Yeah. Hola. On the heavy dirty that Dura. I was going to put it on this wall here. See?
Okay. Yeah.
And then like that ceiling, and then down another ceiling. Yeah. So if we can get it all on this wall, I don't know. Hopefully they should have enough. Okay, and then I'll show you another wall too, the master bedroom wall. Yeah. So this wall here, all these ceilings on this side, all the way through, and then this wall. He wanted to point this wall here and here. We're worried about some of the it's the radioactive stuff that comes, not radioactive, but the Wi-Fi and some of that. So that's in there. So this wall and then this wall here. Okay. But all this ceiling and then downstairs, that whole ceiling.
This area for this ceiling?
Yeah, if we can maybe.
Like 15 sheets.
Oh, 15? So yeah. If we want, well, ideally, the bedroom ceilings. So can I go? So for sure this ceiling, yeah. Right? And maybe this ceiling's here, right? This room. Forget about that one.
Okay.
And then downstairs, if we can, that bedroom, and then try this is a living room. The living room? Try that at the very last. How do you think that will add up? We'll do the ceilings first, and then we can wait on this last.
Okay. Yeah. Because up there count like 7 sheets too for the wall.
For the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
32.
32. Oh, 32. 32. So how many sheets for this room, you think?
8 plus 6 up there.
So that's 14. And then downstairs again, another 8 again, right? Because if this is the same downstairs, you have 32, you should have enough.
Yeah.
Okay, because from there to here, down upstairs, all right, and then downstairs, try to do the whole thing. Because they're not, those are 10 footers, these are 12s, aren't they? Should be close, huh?
Close.
Yeah, okay. All right, gracias. All right, very good. You guys are moving. How long do you think for you to hang everything? 2 days?
Three.
3 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of notches, you know.
Yeah, that takes a little time to cut
Yeah.
everything out. So, all right, well, we marked everything on the floor. One drywaller went over a window in a house. That wasn't you guys, I know. And we found it after they moved in. Yeah, so pay attention. Yeah, we got lots of windows. Okay, that's all right, no big deal. All right, so we got that figured out where all that soundboard is going to go. What I'm really conscious of is all our bedrooms are stacked in this house. So last thing I want is when someone's walking around above a bedroom, that noise doesn't transfer through. So that's always a concern when you stack bedrooms or you have common walls. So we've insulated, put sound bats in there, and now we're going the extra precaution with the soundboard. So it'll be interesting to see how that really impacts once we start moving in the house. We won't know till we move in, but we've done all we can. So the insulation guys, they did an excellent job. I went beyond what a normal house would have because there is a code which has an R value. I exceeded that because I'm gonna live here. My goal is forever, and I wanna keep this in the family, so I thought let's overspend, overdo it, because the utility, the benefits of that is paying less in utilities, plus we're sitting out in the middle of the country, wind's blowing, I wanna keep that down. So all this spray foam you see, typically a ceiling would have that pink insulation that we've seen. That's a bat. This here almost doubles the R value. And I wanted that for 2 things. It reduces sound. It's more dense, so when you're in the house, it feels like you're inside. You don't hear the outside wind noise. Maybe a little bit of water, I'm not quite sure. But mostly at the R value, the density of it. So we saw what that took. The guy puts on there, looks like a spacesuit and sprays this all on. Then the drywall guys, while they don't want to be in the house while that's spraying. I need them to stock the house. I'm always trying to stack up and keep the job going ahead of schedule, but they wanted a day where it sat and aired out because of the fumes for it. So we did that. So when they stack the drywall, it's important they stack it where they need it the most. So they count the sheets, because last thing these guys want to do is take a piece of drywall that's short upstairs and then they got to figure out how to carry it up the steps. So we'll all find out how well they did. Typically they do a great job, and they are already starting to hang stuff. In 3 days, it'll all be closed in. Then it looks like it stops because they got a mud and tape, and I can start bringing in my guys to do the tile showers. That's only guy I can bring to start doubling up. Once the drywall's done, I'll prime and paint all the walls, and then I bring in Tom the trimmer. Hopefully he's not grouchy. We'll start doing some cool stuff in the house, so we'll definitely keep you posted on that. As always, I got Eugenio on the job site. We had to pull him off to finish up a couple of jobs where people are moving in, so I have him back. The weather's nice, so here's the last part. Eugenio, good morning.
Hola, buenos días.
How was your weekend?
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Sí.
Did you recuperate from Cinco de Mayo? Yeah, man.
go sleeping.
Yeah, go sleeping. Oh, you had a little bit of too many cervezas?
No.
No. Not you? No, not many?
Cervezas, no.
I wanted to come hang out with you, Gino, and I got too tired. It was a Saturday night, and it was raining one night, so I thought I'd come down, you'd show me around your part of town at Cinco de Mayo. Nate made it.
I show Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, tomorrow coming back, no? Never coming
Yeah,
back.
he got too tired. We can't keep up with you, Eugenio. Daniel, all right, well, this looks really good. So this is the last part of the siding.
Done.
Almost all done. And what's nice, what you guys do is you'll see how they cut out where the light fixtures are going to go. What's nice about this siding, if you put a light fixture centered over the door, it can't get centered. So you have to create a little box around it, and then you flash the top. So right up in here, oops. So you'll see, maybe I'll get up in here. Look at me on a ladder. So all this metal flashing has to go on top, so if the water hits, it runs off. This is a piece of flashing on top of the sliding glass door that comes with the slider. And then there's a little bit of metal right up there. So now the little joints you see will come, my caulking guys will be starting out here, and they put on a top-notch caulk that takes about 7 to 10 days to dry, and then we can paint. So while that's drying and they're caulking, the stone guys are supposed to show up here, hopefully here next week. So a lot's gonna start happening on the outside and the inside. So we're getting this thing kicked into gear because I want to move in out here and start hanging out and enjoying the outdoors and give Flair a bad time. So we got Nate Hey Nate, I want an update on your hand. Everybody's concerned. It looks like
nothing now, man. That thing, I heal like a.
Oh yeah, you
heal
heal
well,
good.
I guess. So.
But it went all the way through, and then luckily went right in the meat of that thing, didn't it?
Caught me. Luckily, it didn't go straight through because it's an inch and a half, so it went right through the meat.
Oh, it started going down this, but you had to back it out, didn't you?
Yeah, the head of the screw stopped right there, and then I had to. Aaron from Oregon told me to back it out, and just did it. Didn't think about it, but yeah.
Were you screaming like a schoolgirl? Was that you, or is that
was probably me? Yeah.
That was someone looking at it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. So what do you got going on here at the job?
Well, we're almost done with the greenhouse. The last thing we can do before we add dirt into it is hang the heater. So we're done with the Bobcat in there once we add soil. So we want to use the Bobcat in there to hang the heater. And so I was seeing if Daniel and Eugenio will help me finalize the greenhouse by hanging the heater right now.
Oh, so everybody needs Eugenio.
I know.
So you're taking him from me?
I know, we need like 10 more Eugenios.
He just gets almost done siding and then he goes someplace else.
Yep, just close enough.
All right. Well, I want to go watch you guys, see what you're doing. Do you need the Bobcat down there?
It's down there, I put it down there. We need that just to hang because it's so heavy. We want to use it to get the heater up and then shimmy it over onto the stilts that we got.
And then you bolt it to all those trusses, right?
We're gonna just hang it up.
All right, well, if we got Eugenio involved, we know it's staying up there, right? And Daniel. All right, we're counting on you, Eugenio. Again, I have a fetish for buying like windows on sale, and now I just bought another trailer. This came from my mom's husband. He buys these trailers, takes great care of them, and then he's a contractor as well, but he's kind of where he's starting to retire. So he calls me up. I bought the black trailer from him, and then I bought this trailer from him. So this is something that's going to be worked out really handy out here. Is that it has a dump box, so if we're hauling mulch or you can see where lumber. This might be something that I'm not sure if my little side-by-side can pull behind it, but I think we'll use it a lot out here on this little farm project we got going on.
Hanging on for dear life, Eugenio. There.
What did he say?
I don't know.
I don't know. You were scared, Eugenio? What, you're scared of my driving? Yeah, you should really be scared of Nate's. I've never seen you. You drive it slow?
I'll drive it slow.
Yeah, oh, it's his van. That's how he drives his van. So did the heater have to go, closer to this?
It's going right there.
Right, oh, it's already set up.
I already hung those.
Okay, and tell me why the heater goes not in the middle at one end, because
honestly, I don't know. Max was talking to Marcus and Aaron from Hortitech,
yeah,
and they gave a bunch of high-tech reasons as to why.
I think it pulls in, right? That's where the air comes in and goes down that way, so maybe it pulls it through.
That's the intake.
So you want it by the heater, so it keeps pushing it all the way through.
Yeah.
And then you have fans that you've mounted that will circulate it.
Yeah, that creates like a vortex of air to keep it coming through. That's why they're pointed. Two are pointed that way, and the other two are pointed this way, coming at us to make it a circle.
I see. Okay.
And so you can hang it from these things, and that's what some people do. In the winter, it's probably better to have it down there, but the reason we're putting it up there is to give us more space. So we want to have more space for the trellising when we do our tomatoes, according to Max and stuff.
Because you're going to be hanging stuff off here at some point, right?
Yeah. At some point, we'll be hanging like tomatoes and stuff off of this. So.
All right. Well, good. So here she is. Were you planning on just raising this all the way up, get as high as you can, and then we would
scoot it up?
But then we need some more ladders, though.
Well, I got one right here. I got that trellising. I don't know why I keep calling it trellising.
That's
scaffolding.
Scaffolding. Two people will be on each side of that one, and that's like a one. You bringing it down?
Yeah. We're gonna set it on the ladder so we can stand up.
Oh, I see, and have a walkway. Yeah. Okay, you got it there, Daniel? Okay, so what they're doing, they're building a scaffolding off the ladder so we can all walk and each have a shot at each end to help hold this thing up and get it into place. So once again, I stand back and watch what these guys are doing. Get it up, you're gonna get it on there. Let's go all the way up with it as much as we can.
Here's the issue.
That has to be in between here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And make sure if yours being one driving, you go very slow.
No, it's super slow.
This thing's not strapped down, so it'll want to fumble.
Yeah. You ready for me to? Is it warm up there, Daniel? It's a little warm down here. It's a little, oh, heat rises. I want to go up through the middle of that one there.
Yeah, so you want to go, basically you want to go forward and then up. Watch out for your scaffolding and then watch out for this post.
Yeah, I'll leave these windows open. You can
leave them open so we can talk to you. Just go super slow. I might even just ride this pallet up.
all right. That was so easy having these guys around. You guys can do it all. What would we do without Eugenio and Daniel?
Muy bien.
All right, take a picture. Look at that, Eugenio.
More likes for my video.
We need more likes for Eugenio's video, and then we'll get his own YouTube channel. A day in the life with Eugenio. You'll eat a lot of eggs. I think you need to turn it around. It's backwards, it's upside down. All right, so now you can start putting dirt in here.
That's the next step. We're gonna clean this
Yeah,
down,
get
stuff
this
some
all
dirt in there.
cleaned out, yeah. Is this trash or leftover? Well, we can use it for something maybe, huh?
Throwing it away.
Yeah. So you guys, this is my son Max. He's the brains of the operation. You're in charge of all the dirt and all that. Well, I mean Nate's brains too. But he's the sales, he's the voice, he's doing all that.
Yeah.
And they've already sold all their chickens, and they did it. You
They
put them
did it in 2 hours.
2 hours. So once we find out how good they taste, we'll let you know, and then you guys can start buying their Happy Harvest chickens. And what are you going to be growing in here, Max?
Mainly a lot of peppers, celery, tomatoes, cucumbers, basil, different herbs like that, radishes.
All organic.
All organic. Which that just means it's just the fertilizer I use comes from animals or plants or rocks or different things like that fertilize the earth. You can already see outside my potatoes are nice and healthy.
Yeah, let's go take a look at that. So we've already brought in some dirt from Flair's backyard. He's digging the pond, and that soil has been that's some excellent topsoil, I understand, right?
Yeah,
So
it's a good loam.
you'll see how black it is. Check this out. We need a segue. So this pile of black dirt, this is what our dirt looks like on our land over here. We've got this trench going from the house down. That's where the power is going to be coming in so that they can run all this stuff, and that's just about done. And then all this black dirt is coming out of Flair's backyard And you can see where Max has already started to. So tell us a little bit about this. These plants are your...
These are all russet potatoes, and then this row is a Yukon Gold potato. I still need to bring in a lot more dirt than that. We're trying to just level this off so it's not such a dramatic slope, and this soil will hold the moisture and won't get as tight, I guess. It'll kind of be a little looser.
Where this brown dirt gets like clay, it gets real hard,
so
rock hard.
there's no aeration to it, so the roots can't really...
Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Whew, excuse me. Are you wearing high karate aftershave? Because I usually sneeze at that stuff. Well, you can hear the dump truck banging, so they're moving. I'll show you guys too. We'll go over to FLAIR'S in a minute. How much dirt they're bringing in to level off his driveway and his front yard. So if you ever need more dirt, we just make a phone call.
Yeah, he's already gonna bring some more, I think.
You've already talked with him?
So,
okay. So yeah, we're gonna bring, all this brown area is gonna turn into black dirt.
Yeah.
So that dirt there is going into the greenhouse today.
Yeah, all today.
How many inches do you need to raise that?
About 6 to 8 inches total.
Okay.
All across.
All right. And then we got to get water. Our well, believe it or not, is clear on the other side of that hill. I don't know how many feet that is away, but it's a long ways away. And the well is in the ground. Believe it or not, it's hard getting water out here. You want to have like 200 or 300 gallons a minute or something big number. I think we're only getting like 15
gallons. We'll
take what we can get, but that's the best spot for it. So they're going to trench up here. You'll have one of those, looks like one of those farm.
Yeah, the red.
I don't know that. I should know what that is. You guys can tell me what they're called. We lift it up, and then it's a year-round spigot, and that will go in your greenhouse so that you can water the inside, then get a hose and bring it outside.
Yeah.
And then somehow well water has got to get to here and all the way up to our house. So that's happening in about 2 weeks. So more dirt, a little more grading. We got to figure out how to move that pile of trees. That's one of about 5 big, huge burn piles. So one, we're gonna probably burn some of it, but also we're talking about getting a great big wood chipper and make our own wood chips, cut into firewood, and what's left that's too big, then we'll have a big burn. So we got a lot to do here. There he goes. All right, they're filling in all this dirt from his house. There's a big ditch, and they're trying to take as much dirt out of that backyard. And I'll turn around and show you here after this guy dumps his load on how they're extending all this out. And man, there's a ton of dirt that has to come in. He honked his horn. That's because he didn't want him driving over the edge. So what Andrew's doing, when they laid this all out, they realized they needed more room. So they did this site work way before the barn was planned. They're gonna start pushing all this dirt around here so they have more room. You can see behind there, that shiny thing, that is the greenhouse at my property. So you can hardly see it. Then all the animals are down there. So this will be a bigger parking area. He'll be able to get around. And as I turn around this way with this barn and his house, it's all nicely painted. They're taking all that dirt and they're gonna fill in that ditch so it'll have a flat area to walk across to his house. So it's something that I think he'll really appreciate. But the other side is when they're digging this pond, there's so much material coming out of it, they need a place for it to go. That's one of the holes they're trying to fill. All right, so all the house is painted, and you can see they got the pool painted lines on the ground where the pool's going to be going. They've got everything material set up. I'm not sure what exactly is going on with those big stones on where they're going. I know this wall right here is what's going to hold up the driveway. That is going to be all those huge slabs of stone, and I'm going to drive you guys right over top of the pool right now. We are now officially in the pool. Let's hop out. Oh, they got a fire pit. All kinds of interesting stuff going on. All kinds of fun stuff going on out here at FLAIR'S. So the outside of the house is all painted. What do you guys think? I love that black accent trim. That's a big thing that we've done years ago, is where we'll take the fascia, that's the front, and then we go back under the soffit. A lot of people miss that. They'll just paint the face of it, but when you return it back, that's one big piece. And another way it's been described to me is it kind of feels like it anchors the house, and it picks up the black around the windows. Just that little accent makes everything pop. And I love the contrasting cedar colors. There are a few more pieces that I have to get Eugenio back here to finish around the deck. So we're just about there, a few more pieces of stone. So when they get back here at the pool, these guys are working at my house, I'll have them come over, and that's when they'll finish up, because the job's so far away. They always hate to make the trip to come out just for a 30-minute job if they can do it all at one time, and FLAIR'S are agreeable to that. So when they start on my house, we'll bring them back over here to finish.